slap this shit
Look,
about.
I said you ain't talk nothing. I ain't hear shit about no money. I was fucking on the low. Play it super cool and public. Got a bitch touching toes, but this dick all in her stomach. Blue beam, tracer rounds. We got smoke, that's if you want it. Go, I just hit a lick, running out with 1,500. Cutting half up off the rip. Other half, I'm just like fucking eyes broker than a bitch. Now I'm coolin', I ain't stunting. I put that shit in the crypto. They ain't peeping, I'm coming. Gon' hustle to the max. 100 ways to get this shit poppin'. Damn, shorty, what she looking at? Got my dick throbbing. Should I go Givenchy or Balenci? Sound like rich problems. Businessman, all I do is work. I want big pockets. I'm the shit, you dig? Open, she gon' get right in. Pop out on them back to back. Something like a Nympho's kid. Sliding like the disco did. Fuck him, he a bitch. He grits cook. Boy, you bet not slip. Mini, but it break through brick. You ain't talking nothing. I ain't hear shit about no money. I was fucking on the low. Play it super cool in public. Got a bitch touching toes, but this dick all in her stomach. Blue beam, tracer rounds. We got smoke, that's if you want it. Go.
Yo, 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 man. Running Man Rye. How you doing today, man? Sports 7 coming here with another one, going through the NBA slate, the whole entire slate, letting you know what I think for every single game. Yesterday, we had us a decent little day. We took the Pacers plus 6.5, cashed on that. I also had the under on Joel Embiid's points and rebounds, 36.5. So that was a good one. We had a good day yesterday. I hope you guys made some money. Like I said, we're gonna go through the slate just because I say, I like this or I like that. That doesn't mean I'm telling you to go put your hard-earned money on that. You feel me? Take what you like, take what you think is the right side. I'm just telling you what I like, gamble responsibly. Other than that, man, let's go through the motherfucking slate and let's get some cheese, man. We got Denver going against the Pistons. Pistons at home. They got them laying 4.5 points. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not feeling that at all. I'm definitely leaning Denver in this spot. Denver is an underdog. They've just been super profitable, like super profitable. Hmm. Um, Especially as an away underdog. They've been great in this spot. So having Jokic back, Christian Brown is questionable. I feel like if they get him back, they're definitely in a great spot. Even without him though, getting 4.5 points, I like Denver in this spot. I like the Pistons; they're a great team, but I feel like a little overrated in this spot, beating Brooklyn by damn near 60 points. You feel me? So I feel like they're probably just gonna an extra little bit of points off of that win. They have been very dominant though throughout the season. So I understand why the line's probably at with a shot. But yeah, Denver is an underdog, especially as a medium underdog. They've been great in this spot all season. I'm gonna continue to take Denver. Let's go to the next game. I'm not even gonna waste too much time on that. Next game. My fault, y'all. Next game, Utah going into Indiana to play the Pacers. Last time these two teams played, Utah beat the Pacers 128 to 152. So I feel like the Pacers in a major revenge spot. You dig what I'm saying? At home, they are playing on the second leg of a back-to-back, but they are at home. They didn't have to travel. Utah on the road hasn't been profitable this season. And honestly, Utah has just been a 50-50 team, to be honest. So, I'm going to take the home team with the revenge. You feel me? And that's how we're gonna rock. I personally think the Pacers are better than Utah. And it's crazy that at this current moment, the Pacers are 13 and 37 and Utah is 15 and 35. Like Utah literally has a better record than the Pacers. This is crazy as shit. But I think we're getting a affordable line with the Pacers at 3.5, minus 3.5. If it was like 4.5, 5.5, 6, you know what? I'll say this. Anything more than four, I probably would be off of it. But at 3.5, I feel like you could take the Pacers and make some money today. No, I don't feel like they're gonna win by four on the dot. It's just um Utah is a scrappy team. And I just like them at this 3.5, like around that area. You know what I mean? When going into Dallas, they played back-to-back games in Dallas and didn't cover the spread. So I think Dallas is kind of around this same Indiana. Like I think Indiana and Dallas, they're around that same, you know. So yeah, let me get Indiana at the crib and a revenge spot at home. I like that a lot. Let's go to the next game. Next game, New York Knicks going against the Wizards. The Knicks are going into Washington laying 13 and a half points. Line did open up at 14. It's now at 13 and a half. Um, it might drop down to 13 though. It seems like sharp action is coming in on the Wizards. And I kind of like the Wizards in this spot at home. They've been a super competitive team as of late, especially like after the CJ McCollum trade. They just been cashing against the spread. And they've been cashing the spread against competitive teams. Uh Denver, Clippers, Charlotte, Portland, Milwaukee, they're but they didn't cover against the Lakers, played against Sacramento, covered against Sacramento, and beat Sacramento outright. So I like this Wizards team ever since then. These young players, they're super scrappy. I feel like they're trying to show it their potential for real, for real. As far as injuries, we got Miles McBride out, Kevin McCullough, he's out, Mitchell Robinson, he's also out for the Knicks. For the Wizards, you got Anthony Gill questionable, Trey Johnson out, Tristan Vucevic out, Cam Whitmore out for the season, Trey Young out as well. So I wish the Wizards had Trey Johnson because Trey Johnson is definitely a stud. I wish they had him on the floor, but even without him, I'm still kind of leaning Wizards in this spot. They got Chris Middleton, the veteran, savvy vet, fourth quarter situation. The Knicks just haven't been a profitable team on the road. And I think when it comes to laying a large number like this, so if we look at the season for the Knicks. On the road, they've only covered minus 13 and a half, 14% of their away games. And if you look at the against the spread, they've only covered the spread, whatever the spread number was, 29% of their away games. So they just haven't been a profitable team on the road. I'm not trying to back them against this scrappy Wizards team getting all these points at home. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. So I lean Wizards in that spot. I don't know if I would bet it, but I definitely lean them. The Knicks are just super healthy, so I don't know. Next game, you got the Lakers going into Brooklyn, laying 8.5 points. Austin Reeves questionable. Let's see. Let's look into this real quick. Austin, blah, blah, blah. He's hopeful the guard will be back in action Tuesday in Brooklyn. Reeves hasn't played since December 25th. Oh, so there's a good chance Austin Reeves could play today. They got Luca, they got James, they got DeAndre Ayton, so. um looking pretty good. The Nets, they're trying to tank. The only thing is the Nets are at home and they do have Michael Porter Jr. So, I try to think twice, three times before I fade Brooklyn at home when they have Michael Porter Jr., especially when it's a lot of points like this. And the Lakers haven't been, they haven't been that good as of late. So and this, I mean, I don't want to think too hard. I don't want to think too hard. I'm just gonna say Lakers. Uh, lay the 8.5 points on the road. I don't know though. God damn, this would be their fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth road game in a row. Damn, they are on tour right now. Lakers are on tour. The public is heavily on the. I don't know. I take my pick back. You feel me? I think I gotta lean the Nets. Public's on the Lakers heavy. They're on their eighth game on the road, 1 day rest. Now they were in New York. You feel me? So New York, they didn't really have to travel too much. They're right there. Um, just lost outright against the Knicks. I gotta lean Nets. I'm gonna lean Nets. I'm gonna lean Nets. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. We going Lakers. This is my first time looking into this game, so I looked into the other games, but I didn't look into this game because I had no interest in it. But now that I'm seeing it, Nets also are coming off of a 5 game road trip, so maybe this is a good spot to take the Lakers in a revenge spot, going against a team that just got home off of a long road trip. But both teams on 1 day rest. I'm not really sure about that one. I have no interest in that game. Let's go to the next game. I'm mad I even took that much time on that game. Atlanta going into Miami. Miami's laying 3.5. Norman Powell is questionable for this game, dealing with something personal. Most times when I see the personal tag, I just assume that they don't play. So without Norman Powell, I really have ain't no Tyler Hero. I have no interest in betting on the Heat right now, especially as a favorite. I do. I like them at home, but without those two players, it's just a lot right now. Atlanta has been one of those sneaky teams that could definitely come in and win as an underdog in this spot. They haven't played since the 31st. So nice little 2 day rest for them. 1 day rest for the Heat. They played their last 2 games at home, so they've been chilling at the crib. Yeah, I think in this spot, assuming Norman Powell doesn't play, I'm going to go ahead and lean Atlanta Hawks and take the points because this is like a 50-50 game. I feel like without Tyler Hero and no Norman Powell, so you take the points and you keep it rolling. Not too much interest in that game though. Boston Celtics going against the Mavericks. Mavericks at home as a home underdog, they have been pretty profitable, pretty good against the spread. If you look, actually, they've covered the spread 7 of their last 10 games. So they're looking pretty good. Then they're going against the Celtics. The Celtics have been a pretty dominant team, a pretty profitable team against the spread as well. They have their guys, their main guys, at least Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jalen Brown, Sam Hauser, Kata. They got everybody. Chris Rochore is Chris Boot, however you say his name, he's questionable. And for Dallas, they are missing PJ Washington. That's an important piece. And a whole bunch of other pieces that they've been missing. So it's gonna be Cooper Flag out there, Max Christie, Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin, and Daniel Gafford. I'm just taking a look at this game. This is an interesting game. I lean Celtics in this spot. Boston is coming off of the game versus Milwaukee and just beat them by damn near 30 points. They just been a dominant team, went played Sacramento, beat them by 20. Um they did just take a couple losses though. They lost against Atlanta and took a loss against Chicago. But for the most part, Minnesota team has been pretty dominant. And I just think Jalen Brown will be the best guy on the floor. I understand that Dallas, they have been great in this spot as an away, I mean, as a home underdog. I just think the Celtics are the way better team. I don't even think it's really too much to talk about. Now, the Mavericks are pretty solid at playing against the three. They're ranked first in 3-point percentage allowed. And one thing we know about Boston is that's what they love to do. They love to shoot threes. So that's obviously going to be an issue for Boston. And Boston also struggles some when it comes to rebounding. That's actually something they've been working on and they've actually turned around. But we know that sometimes they can get exploited when it comes to the rebounding. But as of right now, Dallas is looking pretty shitty against rebound. And it's crazy because you would think like the players that they have, Daniel Gafford, Cooper Flag, you would think they'd be able to rebound decently. They got Clay. I don't know. Yeah, and this part, I'm gonna definitely lean Celtics. We're gonna take the Celtics. We're gonna take the -6.5, and that's how we're gonna rock in that one. Like, not too much interest in that game though, but we're just gonna take the better team. Dallas, they have been covering the spread very at a great rate. I just think that you can't just bet a team because they've been covering the spread. I think sometimes you got to think about the number. And if they were to lose to the Celtics, they probably would lose to the Celtics by more than 6.5 points. You know what I mean? Next game, Chicago versus Milwaukee. Milwaukee should not be favored in any games without Giannis. That's how I feel, honestly. But this is the one situation where I feel like maybe, just maybe, this should be a pick 'em. You know what I mean? The Bulls are very injured. It's looking pretty bad for them. Jalen Smith questionable, Julian Phillips questionable, Trey Jones out, Kevin Huerter questionable, Josh Giddey out. Zach Collins out. Noah Insigne is out for the season. So they look very beat up right now. Milwaukee's also beat up as well, but not having Giannis, not having Gary Harris, not having Kevin Porter Jr., not having Taurean Prince. But when I look at these starting lineups, I just feel like this is a game at home. Milwaukee probably could get the dub. So I would take the 2.5 points with Milwaukee, even though I don't really like Milwaukee's future. I just like this spot specifically for them, though. You know, they just played back-to-back games in Miami, Chicago. The Bulls played back-to-back games in Miami and now are coming from Miami to go to Milwaukee and play on the road. So I just like that spot coming off 1 day rest. I like that spot for Milwaukee. Next game, I had no interest in that game. Orlando Magic going into Oklahoma City to play them boys. Play them Thunder boys now. Thunder, man, they've been real iffy as of late. Winning 6 of their last 10, losing 4 of those games to the following teams: Minnesota, Toronto, Indiana, and Miami. And I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like Orlando meets the type of teams that OKC has been losing to. Goddamn, I can't talk. Now, the important thing to look at in this spot is that the whole team is looking very questionable, very iffy. Got Alex Caruso doubtful. Shea is questionable. Isaiah Hartenstein is questionable. Chet is questionable. AJ Mitchell out. Thomas Sorber out for the season. Nikola Topic out. Jalen Williams questionable. Jalen Williams out. The good Jalen Williams is out. So shout out to the other Jalen Williams. But their whole team, bro, is damn near on the injury report. And for Magic, they won't have Franz and they won't have this guy named Colin Castleton, but they got pretty much everybody else. Jalen Suggs has been back for a little minute now. I know he's getting acclimated. I know he's probably in a good spot. Now Magic did just take that loss to San Antonio, but they're coming off of 2 good wins against Miami and then a good win against Toronto. I feel like personally in this spot, I would have to lean Magic. I'd have to lean Magic. How many points? And I mean, as of right now, though, I can't bet it. You got to keep your eye on the injury report. You need to figure out who the fuck's playing and who's not playing because OKC without Shea and with Shea are two different things. But as of right now, I probably lean Orlando, hoping that some of those players on that are questionable don't play. But yeah, the smart thing to do is just wait until the injury report comes out. Wait a little bit before game time. This game starts at 8 o'clock, so wait until about like 6:30, 7 o'clock. look, check again. You feel me? And if you could still get this same number and Shay's not playing, then obviously I would take Orlando. But if Shay doesn't play, this number probably drops down to like 4.5, 5, some shit like that. So we'll see. I'll lean Orlando. OKC, they have a lot going on, and they've been struggling a little bit to their standard. They've been struggling, so got to take the value against a team that I feel like defensively can slow things down for OKC in their offense. Next game, Philly going into Golden State. Golden State will not have Curry in this one. This was like the main thing I was looking into. Obviously, they don't have Jimmy. But they don't, and they don't have Kaminga, but now they don't have Curry, and they're still favored by 3.5 points. Something about that just seems very off to me. I don't know what's up with that, but you got um for Philly, you got Paul George out, and you got Joel Embiid doubtful. We've already seen this matchup early in November. The score was 99-98. Philly was at home and Philly won the game. Granted, it was a super competitive game, but I think the main thing to take into consideration was Philly won the game and they were favored by 4.5 points. Now they're on the road and they're a 3.5 point dog. They were 4.5 points at home. Now they're 3.5 points dogs on the road. Bro, that's like an 8 point swing. You feel me? And I just feel like without Curry, without Jimmy, I can't, bro. Nah, I don't agree with that at all. So, give me Philly. Philly's been great in no rest, like in second leg of back to backs. They've been great. They've also been great as an away team, 15-6 against the spread as an away team, you know, and they've been good as an away underdog. So I feel like all in all, like you gotta just say Philly. I think Philly wins this game outright, to be honest. But I'll take the points. I'll take the 3.5 points with Philly and keep it pushing like that. It's just something about it seems trappy though. You know what I mean? Like, why would Golden State be a 3.5 point favorite? It's almost like something about this injury report. It's like something's missing that I don't know, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was just like an overreaction because when the line opened up, it was a 1.5, so damn near a pick 'em. But then Joel Embiid is put in as doubtful, and then as soon as he gets put in as doubtful, the line goes up to 3.5. So it's like I don't know if they're overreacting because Joel Embiid's not playing or what, but 3.5 points is too many points for Philly in this spot. Sorry, not sorry. Let's go. Next game. Phoenix playing the Trailblazers. Phoenix is a 2.5 point favorite right now. Yep, they're a 2.5 point favorite on the road going into Portland. As far as the injury report, you got Devin Booker out, Jalen Green questionable. For Portland, you got Denny Avita doubtful, Scoot Henderson doubtful, Drew Holiday questionable, Damian Lillard out, Chris Murray out, Matisse Thybulle out. Me personally, I am not um one of the people who likes betting on the Trailblazers without Denny Avita. And I also don't like betting on Phoenix without D Book. So personally, I'm not interested in this game. But if I had to give you guys a solid prediction, both teams coming off 1 day rest, both teams coming off home games. Phoenix is now coming into Portland, which favors Portland in that spot. Now, when you look at head-to-head matchups, these teams played November 18th. Portland lost that game in Portland, 110 to 127. I would assume D Book played in that game. I can just double check real quick. Yep, D Book played in that game and they won 127 to 110. Now, um, let's see if Denny Vita played in that game. He did. Okay. So they lost by damn near 17 points on their home floor with Denny Avita. So without Denny Avita, I feel like they should definitely take another L against this Suns team. The Suns team has been one of the best teams against the spread, covering the spread in 66% of their games, which is a super high clip. I mean, like if you've been taking Phoenix all season, like you're up, like you're making cheese. So, I like Phoenix in this spot, and that's just how I would have to rock. Now, if this was like four, Phoenix -4, Phoenix -4.5, Phoenix -5, I would lean Portland. But I think at 2.5, you're talking about one possession basketball game, Phoenix or Portland. I gotta go Phoenix. They've been playing great basketball. And you can't blame it all on Devin Booker. You can't be like Devin Booker is the only reason why the Suns team has been good, because it's been Devin Booker by himself for a long time, and Phoenix hasn't always been this good. So it's obviously the team has something to do with it, and I gotta lean Phoenix now. Sharp money's coming in on Portland, but I just can't take Portland without Denny and Vito. You feel me? That's how I feel. Portland in a revenge spot. Maybe they can make this game super competitive, as the line would suggest. But I gotta take Phoenix. I think Phoenix gets the win, and I think they cover the spread. That's the last game of the slate, you guys. Um, I went through it real quick. As you can see, there was a lot of games that I really didn't know what was going on because I wasn't really that interested in those games. I feel like you gotta be able to pick your spots, you know? Just because there's 12 games doesn't mean you bet on 12 games, or there's 10 games you bet on all 10 games, gotta or you gotta spend 2 hours looking into all 12 games. Like, nah, man, you got to pick your spots. There's certain games that I know what's going on in these games, and then there's certain games I don't really know what's going on. But I know the teams, and I feel like I can give you guys a solid pick and prediction for what's gonna go down tonight. So let's just go through it one more time, and just I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what spread I think you should take for every game. We got Denver +4.5. Indiana -3.5. Wizards +13.5. Brooklyn +8.5. Atlanta +3.5. Boston -6.5. Milwaukee +2.5. Orlando +6.5. Philly +3.5, and Phoenix -2.5. That's how we're rocking today. That's what we're coming with. Those are the picks. Those are the predictions. I hope that something I said gave you guys some type of value today. If it did, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate everybody who watches us. We're gonna be consistent Monday through Friday. We're dropping every day. I'm gonna have a video for you guys going through the slate, letting you know what I think. Other than that, man, it's Running Man Rod coming from Sports 7. You feel me? If you want to know exactly what I'm betting on, make sure you hit the link in the bottom, in my description. You feel me? And let's get paid, man. Let's get this cheese. Other than that, y'all be safe. Y'all be easy out there. I'm out. Peace.